Welcome everybody. How's everybody doing this evening? Um, so obviously, I just posted a short, so I wanted to go more in depth of the backstory a little bit. Excuse me. And also, I want to talk about something else because I was cruising YouTube streets tonight, Saturday. It's cold outside. Like, should I go out? Excuse me. Anyway, so the short with the lady that was making her own food. She was making her food because she used one of those food apps. You know, they brought it to the house and there was a mistake in her order, right? So obviously, she's mad. I guess goes down to the AAA, wherever she ordered the food, and pretty much was giving them a lesson on how to make the food that she ordered. So, like I said, that might not have been the way, but I understood because it happens a lot. Like even myself, it happened the other day, right? You go on these apps, they charge a boatload of money, and then you're hungry, so you waiting for your food. I mean, you even looking at your phone on the map or whatever. Oh, they right here, and then you get your food, you ready to go, and there's a mistake on your food, or your food don't have something, right? And when you try to correct it in the app, because this is the part they don't tell you, when you try to correct it in the app, they want to give you a fraction of the course how much you pay for it. So it's like what happened to me the other day. I'm not gonna give any advertisements to anybody that I ordered something, and obviously the way it was constructed, it's like you just read it and do it. And the person took it upon themselves to add an ingredient that I didn't ask for. It's not on the list. So the ingredient they added, I can't really eat it because it gives me certain issues and things like that. So I go to the website. Now, mind you, I spent almost the thing by itself because I added extra stuff. So in total, let's just call it $20 for the sake of mathematical purposes. Like pretty much close to $20. And that ingredient I couldn't eat was all over it. So now I virtually have to throw this food away because I can't eat it. So I go on the website and clicked on it. They're like, we'll give you $5 back. I felt like that little kid in Boys in the Hood, like $5 ain't shit. I mean, I really, if you never saw that scene in the movie, you never seen Boys in the Hood, check it out. That scene had me laughing. Anyway, that's the energy I had, and I'm like, no, 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 no. We're not doing that. So I turn around, I got the number to the app, and I called. And I spoke to somebody and say, hey, look, this is what it is. This is not going to be enough because now I got to throw it away. And now I got to throw this away. I'm still hungry. And you talking about $5 back. And that's money that's gone. And, like I'm a person, listen, I understand these apps and everything, it's for convenience. So I get it. You're going to pay more, blah, blah, blah. I'm a person that understand. I like convenience. If I can help it and not really go out, I'll pay the convenience. I get it. But the issue we have is that's probably what her frustration is. Like, maybe for me it's a little different as far as the financial part, but you don't know her financial story. That might have been the last of her money. And now she's talking about getting a fraction of it. Her food is wrong. Can't eat. I don't know that particular part of the story, but she could have handled it in another way. But I get it because the other part of the frustration too is you hear in the news that a lot of these fast food places, they want to get like $15 an hour, $20 an hour, and it's like you can't even follow instructions. I'm supposed to pay you $20 an hour, and like you can't even read. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing. Like I said, my value system's more like, listen, I pay for quality. You understand what I'm saying? And I know people be in the comment section or whatever say fast food is not like gourmet food and all of that. But if you spending the equivalent of going into a restaurant, there's certain things you just expect, and that's the reality of the whole situation. But I just want to touch on that, like, because it kind of was like, it went viral, obviously. And, because my initial thought was like I get it, but she being ghetto and all that stuff. So when I spoke to my mom on the phone, and she was like, "Oh, what do you have planned? Whatever." And I was like, "Oh, I want to clip this short." And I was telling her, like, "Yo, like I feel it when people mess up the food. like, yo, this is how you do it." Like, and my mom was like, "No, she actually ordered food from the app." And I was like, "Oh, so not only they messed up her food, she had to leave her house when it was delivered to come." So I feel you, sweetheart. I feel your pain. If this reaches to you, I get it. I understand. You just gotta deal with these corporate people. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it though. Like if what's the word I'm looking for? If you want done something right, do it yourself as a person. You represented that one. I'm probably titled the short that. I'm not sure at the release time because I'm shooting this prior to me actually releasing the short, so everything could be ready, obviously. But yeah, so I understood that frustration with her. Like it's messed up. Like, but that's how you deal with it. And if you really want to shine them off, if it's a publicly traded company, buy their stock and show up to the stockholder meeting and air your grievances out that way. That's how you really air your grievance out. Like, but you just did what people think sometimes when people mess up the order. I did laugh because that part of me, that really resonated with me because I get it. Like, I get it. Can't even be. I'm not even mad. Like I said in the short, I don't agree, but I understood. I understood where you were coming from. Like, I get it, but there's just other ways to handle it. So, like I said, this is gonna be like a 2-topic thing. I might even break up the video depending on feedback and stuff like that. But so I was cruising the YouTube streets, right, and I saw this video, right. 5 cars that are masculine cars. So, okay. And I'm the title might be wrong, but it was Alpha M who made the video. A shout out, just like Anton Daniel says, you gotta shout out the content creator, whether you agree with everything or you don't. You just gotta give credit to the content creator. So that's who made that video, and I said to myself, "Oh, that was me. Let's see what he's talking about." So he did these 5 cars, but the one car that made me, if it wasn't real feel 14 degrees right now, I probably would have walked out of my house, walked around, and be like, "This ninja lost his mind." But the whole thing is, like, I did a video called as The Red Pill Dead, and I explained a lot of this stuff, like, a little more in depth. So when I saw this video and he said, "A car that makes you masculine is driving a minivan," I said, I didn't have my glasses on, but it was, I was like, here's the problem with you saying that. This is where the failure to connect happens, like in these spaces, right? Because when I did a breakdown of my video, you have to be in a certain space to receive the message. That was pretty much my overall message, is when you receive certain information, you have to be in a certain mindset, in a certain space to understand where they were coming from. So I understood where he's coming from. But then you have people every day that are transitioning from blue pill to red pill. And like I did in my other video, if you want to check it out, it's on the channel, that there are other pills in between. So it's not just blue to red. But somebody that's in that middle pill space, they'll hear get a minivan. That dude's going to be like, he gonna be like, word. Getting character a little something. He gonna be like, what? Check this out. I'm gonna get me this Honda Odyssey. I'm gonna turn around and pull up. Now I got a whole minivan, so now I can put a whole bunch of 304s in that mug, and I could drive around and smash out and do all of that stuff. This is where the misconception happens. This is where the disconnect happens. Like, right? The issue with that is what he's trying to say is no matter where you are in life, you have to have the confidence in whatever you drive. And if you're not happy with what you're driving with, then you just gotta grind out and level up and figure it out on your own. A car does not make you, right? Like my cousin told me about Yellowstone, right? I've been watching that show, and it's crazy because Angry Man started talking about it. I'm like, well, damn, we all late. I know people are gonna be in the comment section talking about, oh, you don't know about that show? Let me tell you something about that show, and I'm probably gonna do more content related to it. But there's a bunch of scenes in that show that's 50 times masculine than driving any of these cars. I saw in one of the scenes, I guess it was like a Native American festival and all that. You had a Native American man riding a horse bareback with no saddle. You can't get more masculine than that. Period. End of discussion. That listen, you could get all the cars on this list and then some. Matter of fact, you get the cars from Antoine Daniel, shout out to him. You get all the cars that Coach got, shout out to him. You can even get the nice Corvette that Angry Man got, shout out to him. You get all them cars in the world, and there ain't nothing more masculine than riding a horse bareback with no saddle. You ain't getting more masculine than that, period. End of discussion. So, but that's would be an extreme right now, but the point I'm making is I didn't like the fact that from you know what? Let me back up just slightly. Because the way he titled the video and who he marketed to from a content creator standpoint, and myself being a content creator at this point, I understood why he did it. And it made a lot of sense from that standpoint. Just like I do certain things because I know that's going to get the certain attention that it's going to get. Like, I get it. I understand that. But from somebody who... Because people also use YouTube for research and things like that to figure out things. I didn't... As a person who would be a casual watcher, I think it's not a good look with the perception that people are going to think and may not get the proper message that they should have got. Because the message I got is like I said, like I stated before, be comfortable in what you drive. If you want something better, figure it out. You level up. You do what you're supposed to do. And just understand, like, I'm going to take the Cat Williams quote right now. He said, fuck 20-inch rims. Put $20 in your gas tank and get your grind on one more time. Because that's what some of these spaces are supposed to be, is to prioritize bettering yourself. Like, looking at things that you already have good, things that need improvement, and you strive to be the best person that you can be. That's truly what the red pill space is really about. It's not even about getting the women per se. It's not about politics per se. Like it's really about just bettering yourself and understanding, knowing yourself and bettering yourself, and that's the overall message that it's supposed to be. Like like sometimes I feel some of these spaces, they and I love some of these spaces because it helped me look inward and to strive to try to be better, because there's always room for improvement. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm working on me, trying to be the better version of myself. So I'm not trying to shit on those spaces at all. That's not what I'm getting at here. Just wanted to stop it to see where you are and realize there's a deeper message than what was portrayed in that video. That's what I'm really trying to convey. And that a car don't make you. It's cool to have the toys, boys and their toys. We love our toys. Like, not for nothing. There's a car I have in mind that I want to get. Like, I'm not going to put it out there. Some of the people that know me, they know the car I want. And I'm like, it ain't going to be no time soon. And it's nothing crazy. It's just a matter of being in the right situations and things of that nature. It's just, but I understand that. And the car I have now, it runs good. It does what it's supposed to do. It gets me to point A to point B. I mean, it's got a lot of miles on it at this point. Some dents, some things, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Just because I have that car does not mean that I'm not the man that I'm standing before you today or trying to improve today. A car doesn't do that. Because you can have all that in the world, but you never leveled up here. You never leveled up here. So it doesn't make a difference what you drive. So I just want to put that message out there. This point, pretty much said what it needs to be said. I'll keep it real too. Like, I'm a little hungry, so I got to go heat up some food, One of my people, I want keto, he had a birthday yesterday. I need to shout out some birthdays because a few of my good people had birthdays. Like Chemistry 3000 just had a birthday. My boy Monty Crisco 2022. These are my people on the gram and the YouTube space. I just want to wish them a happy birthday. I didn't get a chance to really wish them a happy birthday as I should. So I might go and catch up with some of them. I'm not sure, whatever, because it is kind of cold, real feel. I mean, I got coats for it, but nevertheless, I just wanted to come and speak to you guys real quick. And like I said, I might clip this video in half because everything's not for everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm still a little shy of that 100 sub count. I'm trying to get there. Like I said, it's the small victories for me. Appreciate you guys. If you guys on the road, safe travels. If it's morning time, have a good rest of the morning. If it's evening where you at, have a good evening. Thank you guys.